Hello and welcome to the Day of Caring 2019 Company Volunteer Team Coordinator Training. My name is Chris Mackey. I'm the Engagement Associate with the United Way of Yellowstone County, and I'm here to talk to you about the process that you will take to get your company ready and registered online for Day of Caring. Prior to selecting Day of Caring projects, a couple things you need to take care of. First of all, you want to make sure that when you're selecting projects, you have access to your username and password for United Way's youcanvolunteer.org volunteer recruitment website. If you don't have this username and password, you're not going to be able to select Day of Caring projects. So on pages 4 and 6 of the Day of Caring guide, there's information about creating a user account and then accessing it. If you're having issues accessing your user account, please email me and I will reset your password so that you can log in easily on the Day of Caring sign up date. A couple other things to make sure that you have available before you register for projects starting on August 2nd is to make sure that you have a good sense of the number of volunteers that your company team is going to be bringing into Day of Caring, and also that you have reached out to your company team members to get a sense of the types of projects that they can do. So are your company team members only interested in doing an outdoor project or an indoor project? Are there any company volunteers that have special accommodations that will need to be met? It's all important stuff for you to know ahead of time so that you can select Day of Caring projects as quickly as possible. Starting on August 2nd at 10 a.m., I'm going to send all company coordinators for Day of Caring an email that will be titled Day of Caring Company Team Invitation. And within that email, you'll have a link that you will click on, and that will take you to a page that looks like this. It'll have the name of your company up at the top. So in this case, I have Test Company. And as you scroll down, it will have a list of all of the Day of Caring projects that you can choose from. So let's just say you want to take a look at Operation Supply Sorting and Packing. What you would do is you would click on that title, and then it takes you to a page that looks like this. And if you want to select this project, please respond as a team. If you respond as an individual, it's going to create a lot of headaches down the road. So please respond as a team. And what you'll do then is it takes you to a page like this. It has the creator name. It has the information about Day of Caring. So it's going to be on September 12th from 1:30 to 4:30. And then what you're going to do is put in your team name. And what I want you to do, especially if you're going to be doing more than one Day of Caring project, if you're going to be selecting more than one Day of Caring project, is to put in a generic team name. So for example, I would put in United Way 1, and then if I went to select an additional project, I'd put in United Way 2, or I could put in United Way Team 1. But anyway, something generic. Skip the team description, and then if you will be with your team that day, so if you will be the team leader of this particular project, put yes, I will be attending. All that does is add you to the total number of people who are participating. So for example, your team has 8 people that's going to be participating in this Operation Supply Sorting and Packing project. You will be one of those 8. Then you would click the Submit Team button, and you'll note this little green box at the top that says your team has been added. You'll then get an email confirming that. Now, please note, ignore this. You will not be putting any information into this area or saving that for later when you'll be filling out your Day of Caring company participation spreadsheet. So you have selected your first Day of Caring project and you want to select another one. What you'll do is you will click this Day of Caring 2019 button right here. and it takes you to a page that looks a little different, but it still has the same list of Day of Caring projects. And so what you would do, and you'll actually note that you're already confirmed for this operation supply sorting and packing project. So the computer will note which projects that you have already signed up for. And so you'll then sign up for an additional project. You can either click on the title, or if you want to, you can always click View Details. Takes you to the same page. Then you'll do what you did before. By the way, you can scroll down to get information about the volunteer coordinator. This is going to be the person that you will reach out to set up a site visit. All site visits need to be done by August 29th. And again, look at the description here to see what you'll be doing on Day of Caring. Here has the number of spots remaining. A lot of companies do select these projects quickly, so the numbers might change. But anyway, respond as a team again. Again, it takes you through this. You put in your team name. You put in this. Let's just say that you're that same Day of Caring coordinator, so you are not going to be participating or attending this project. And then you select the numbers, so 4 people, and 4 people that does not include yourself. Click Submit. Oh, and of course I didn't do that. United Way Team 2. Then you click that button and notice that 4 people for your company group have been signed up for this Day of Caring project. This is all you need to do on the Day of Caring sign up to get your team registered for Day of Caring. Again, you'll be signing up the individuals, the other members of your team, and providing their emails, their t-shirt sizes, and things like that at a later date. Alrighty, so what do you need to do after you've selected your Day of Caring projects? A couple things. Within 1 week, and you're going to find this information on pages 9 and 10 of the guide, but I've also scattered a link to this thing all over the guidebook, so you should see it. The link to the Day of Caring volunteer team information page. This is just for companies. This is not for agencies. Last year I had a couple agencies that clicked on this and put in some information. So if you're a company coordinator, this is where you need to be to not only access a bunch of helpful materials, the Day of Caring Volunteer Team Coordinator Guide, which is the guide that I've been using, the company participant spreadsheet, which we'll get to in just a second, the site visit checklist, and the liability form. And you need to make sure that all members of your Day of Caring volunteer team have completed this liability and photo release form. And as the guide notes, you will be dropping those off on September 5th at the United Way office. But within 1 week of selecting your projects, here's what the first thing that you need to do is fill out this embedded form in this page. So what you'll do is put in your company name, the name of your Day of Caring company coordinator, that should be you, your email, the total number of your Day of Caring volunteers. So if you got 15 people who are going to be participating in Day of Caring, even if it's multiple projects, put in the total number. Then doing a little bit of math, you're going to, and I'm not going to do the math because I'm terrible at it, but you'll be multiplying 15 by 15. It's embarrassing, I don't know that, but I think it's 300. So you put that in there, and then if you want to submit payment to the United Way office by September 5th, you click that. If you want to have us email you an invoice, click that, put in your name, again, that keeps wanting to autofill, and your email, and then you'll click the submit button, and that will send it to me. I will then send you a follow-up email to let you know that I've received it. Now, if you have changes in your numbers, hopefully you don't, but keep me up to date on that. I will update your records and make sure that the exact number of people who are participating in Day of Caring are charged and are recorded. The other thing that you need to do within 1 week of selecting Day of Caring projects is to complete and email to me a company participant spreadsheet. You'll need to do this for each project that you select. So again, if you selected 2 Day of Caring projects, you need to send to me 2 company participant spreadsheets. You can access that on this web page, click it, and you can download it. And in this case, I already pulled it up. And what you'll do is put in the name of your company. So again, my company name is United Way. Then I really want you to put in the same volunteer team name that you put in when you registered your project. It's going to make it a lot easier for me once I get these spreadsheets. So if you put in volunteer team name United Way 1 when you selected your Day of Caring project, put that here as well. And put in the name of the team leader. So that will be the person who will be at that project on Day of Caring and who will also be conducting the site visit ahead of time. So in this case, Chris Mackey. Then you're going to put in the information for your team members. And so ahead of time, you want to make sure before you fill out this sheet that you've determined the number of t-shirts that everyone's going to have, and you're going to want to get the first and last name of all those people, their email, and their phone numbers. Now note that if, and I'm not going to put in names here, but if you put in 1 for this. So let's just say the first person needs a small, the second person needs a large, the third person needs a medium, the fourth person needs a medium, and the fifth person needs a 2XL. Notice that it autofills at the bottom. This is extremely helpful for me when I am putting together these company participant spreadsheets. And so if you could please put in a 1 accompanying all of these people. And then once you're finished, once you've put in all the names, emails, phone numbers, t-shirt sizes, please add those up at the top. All right, almost there. So a couple other things that you as the Day of Caring company coordinator need to make sure that your team gets done before Day of Caring on September 12th. The first of these is the site visit checklist, and I'm not going to click on it, but please note that it is here in this web page, which is embedded a lot of times in the Day of Caring Coordinator Guide. I also have copies at the end of the Coordinator Guide that you can print out. But what you need to do for each Day of Caring project you select, so if you select 2 Day of Caring projects, you need to make sure that you conduct site visits at the Day of Caring agency host sites before August 29th. And so you'll need to coordinate with the agency coordinator, make sure you set that up, and then that both the team leader, person who will be on site from the company on Day of Caring, and the agency rep sign that site visit checklist and get it to me before August 29th. And then release of liability forms. I mentioned this earlier, but every person in your volunteer team who is going to be participating in Day of Caring needs to fill this out, sign it, and then I need Day of Caring coordinators to either scan and email them to me or bring them to me on the Day of Caring t-shirt pickup day, which will be September 5th. Last thing, so on September 12th, on Day of Caring itself, all team leaders attending Day of Caring projects should bring 2 things with them to each Day of Caring site. The first of these is the accident and incident report, which is pages 13 through 16 of the Day of Caring guide. This has the information that you will submit in case there is an accident or incident. It has information about the person to whom you will send it, and we ask that you do send these forms in within 24 hours. The other thing that we want you to bring with you is a list of your Day of Caring participants and emergency contacts for all of those people. Just to be on the safe side, we want to make sure that if there is some sort of accident or incident, that Day of Caring participants have emergency contacts that you can contact right away. If you do have any additional questions related to Day of Caring, please contact me. I'm happy to help. See you at Day of Caring on September 12th.